Greetings from the Space Coast of Florida, beautiful Brevard County, area code 321. We are on day 3 of Lent, and you can't talk about Lent without talking about fasting. That's right, I said fasting. Now, some of you may be familiar with this practice, some of you may have never heard of it at all. And I find today, especially in Protestantism, evangelical Protestantism, namely non-denominational Protestantism, fasting is almost like never mentioned or ever practiced. So this is something that is very important in our spiritual walk. Jesus said, when you fast, not if you fast, but when you fast. And fasting has been incorporated into the Lenten practice for over 1,000 years. Lent and fasting go together. So what is fasting? Why do we fast? Is it about some sort of divine weight loss program? No, that's not what it's about. Is it about willpower? No, it's not about willpower, because it's not about you. It's not punishment. It's not about discipline. Fasting is about attention, awareness. When we give something up, we find ourselves reaching for substitutes to fulfill a deeper need. Fasting exposes what we have become dependent on without even realizing it. Like that caramel macchiato that you have to have every morning on the way to work. I gotta have it. It brings our attention to the things we turn to find comfort, to escape, and for control. I'm one of these people that when I get stressed, it's a little running joke we have at the office. When Dan gets stressed, Dan goes down to 7-Eleven and gets him an apple fritter, because that's where I find my comfort. But it doesn't deal with the bigger issue of the anxiety and stress inside. I'm eating my feelings. So I become dependent on that apple fritter to bring me some sort of comfort. But fasting isn't about giving up. Lent isn't about giving stuff up. Lent is about making room for something else. Instead of me burying my feelings, coming to terms with those things that are inside of me, making room for the things that I genuinely need in my life, the important things. I've got too much stress in my life, so I need some peace. I've got too much discouragement. I need hope. I've got too much sadness in my life. I need joy. So I want to open up my soul for more. And fasting helps us to do that. Now, there are different types of fasts that you can practice during Lent. There's the partial fast, and some of you know about this, where you give up meat on Fridays. That's why, coming up in school, we always had fish sticks on Friday. It was because of this tradition. It's a partial fast. We're giving up meat for those type of things, delicacies, giving up certain foods during Lent. That's a partial fast. You can also have a vegan fast, where you partake of no animal protein, no oil, no sugar, no dairies, things like this. These are types of fasts that you can do. Vegetarian fasts that you can do during Lent. There's also complete fast, where you only consume water for a specific amount of time. And then there's also non-food fasts, such as giving up entertainment, social media, and other distractions. If you've not done fasting before, start gradually, start small, perhaps a meal or two, or fasting 1 day per week. Try an intermittent fast, such as from sunup to sundown, or a 10-hour fast, or a 12-hour fast. Remember, though you may think you've got this and think that you're going to tackle a 3-day fast, your body will remind you very quickly how much you love sugar and caffeine, or anything else that you crave. And so, as always, anytime that you fast, take your personal health and safety into account. If you have health conditions, consult your doctor. Well, God bless you. I'll see you soon.